Greetings and thank you for tuning into Movies Cost Money. My name is SC King and Bohemian Rhapsody. It's finally here after all of the weird press and all of the worries and the initial Freddie Mercury casting news that was Sacha Baron Cohen, who eventually left the project due to just a number of rumored reasons. And finally it came out. It stars Rami Malek as Freddie Mercury, and it was directed by Bryan Singer. Bryan Singer's name is one that appears in the film, but it's known that he was reportedly, I guess, let go before the movie was finished due to a myriad of reasons. And David Fletcher is the one who finished the film. Either way, Bryan Singer's name appears in the movie as director. So I don't know where Bryan Singer ends and David Fletcher begins, but the movie moves seamlessly enough for what it's worth. This is about Queen from its beginning in 1970 when Freddie Mercury joined the band that was then called Smile, to all the way to 1985 with the Live Aid concert that they did. Many consider it to be the best performance, the best rock performance ever, and who am I to disagree? But this is Rami Malek's movie. Regardless of the rest of the film, which we'll talk about in a second, this movie is what I hope will solidify Rami Malek as a leading man. He dominates this film. If you were hoping for a movie that focused on Queen fully as a band, I mean, that's in here, but this movie is about Freddie Mercury. The band is also there, but in a lot of ways they're kept at arm's length. And that's almost the overall arc in this movie, is wanting to be close to people, but also keeping people, at this arm's length. It's about family that you have close, but in a lot of ways that you're pushing away. So this movie just could not stay away from controversy. Before the movie came out, many months before it came out, there were these rumors which led to all this speculation, and then the internet does what the internet does, which is decide what's going on in the movie before the movie even happens. People were saying that it wasn't going to focus on his sexuality enough. People were worried it wasn't going to focus on the fact that Freddie Mercury had AIDS in that part of his life, because it was said at the beginning this movie goes up until the Live Aid concert. But Freddie Mercury was not diagnosed with AIDS until '87, several years after the Live Aid concert. And what this movie does, what a lot of biopics do, is there's condensement, there's the shifting of facts to create a narrative for a film. And I'm not going to get mad at Bohemian Rhapsody when so many other films have done it. It's important that you know that this is the story of someone's life through a filmmaking scope, and many liberties are taken. It's a very romanticized version of Freddie Mercury's life. They did the same thing in The Social Network, Jesse Eisenberg. They did the same thing in Jobs, with Michael Fassbender, and the way that he portrayed Steve Jobs, and the way that the movie sort of messed with facts and moved certain things and added things that didn't happen. This movie is the same way. There are characters in this movie who never existed in real life. Characters who are like Mike Myers' character is an amalgamation of several people, but that particular character he plays is not a real person. This movie pulls Freddie Mercury's AIDS crisis and moves it into a separate part of the story to create a thematic thread. And it works for the movie. It creates, a compelling enough sequence of events, scenes. It creates emotional drama. It works for a film, but it's very important that, with this movie and with any biopic, that there's a lot of salt. There's a lot of grains of salt you have to take with that. Rami Malek deserves to be nominated for Best Actor for this award. What Rami Malek does in this movie is something many actors go their entire careers without ever doing, which is completely disappearing, to completely merge with the character you're playing, so that Rami Malek does not exist. It is this character he is playing, this portrayal of Freddie Mercury, and I am in awe. And he makes this movie work. This movie tries to cover a lot of things, and that might be where most of the lows come from trying to cover this long span of time. Rami Malek is exceptional in this movie. All the actors are fantastic. all of the band members. The actors who play Brian May and Roger Taylor are amazing. All the members of Queen in this movie, all the actors are fantastic and are also to be commended. And the direction is solid. This is a very fun movie for how many lows it tries to hit concerning Rami Malek and his portrayal of loneliness and how he keeps pushing people who are close to him away, about his selfishness within the frame of this movie. I'm not going to try to say this is exactly how his life was. I know that they worked with the members of Queen to make this movie, and that the members of Queen gave their approval on this film. So, if nothing else, I can respect that they actually worked with Queen to make a movie about Queen. And maybe in doing so, they left some things out. I don't know. All I can do is judge this film. And the film is good. The film is a lot of fun. It emotionally works. But where the film is, a solid B as far as movies go, Rami Malek's performance is an A++. And that is what you should go see this movie for. Everybody loves Queen. Everybody has, a million favorite Queen songs. And the majority of them are in this movie. And the way that it's interwoven, and the way that it works with the plot, and how they try to show some of the behind the scenes, show some of the concerts. I'm pretty sure they do the entire Live Aid. I mean, the last 20 minutes of the film is the whole 20-minute set of the Live Aid concert. And it works really, really well. The way that they capture Freddie Mercury's voice in this film, some of it is Rami Malek, some of it is Freddie Mercury vocals, and then there's another person who's a Freddie Mercury sound-alike who they use to, and just it's all done seamlessly. You would not know that it's not Rami Malek singing because of the way that it's what he puts into the performance is just beautiful. So yeah, this is definitely worth going to watch. And as long as you understand, as long as you have that giant grain of salt, and you understand that this is a romanticized retelling of these events, it did not happen exactly the way this film is attempting to portray. There's a lot of ways that they probably could have gone deeper. They could have explored so many more things, if they had tried to tackle so many things, but I didn't watch that movie. I watched this movie, and it's a lot of fun, and I cannot wait to see what Rami Malek does next. He knocks it so far out of the park. If he does not win for Best Actor, I haven't seen all the movies that are going to be in that category when the time comes. So thank you for watching. Have you seen Bohemian Rhapsody? If you have, drop what you thought down in the comments, and also drop your favorite Queen song. My favorite Queen song it's got to definitely be One Vision. Gimme, gimme, gimme fried chicken.